This kind of sounds like the beginning of Jolene by Dolly Parton. But this is the Doors and this is the end. Famous song from the end of Apocalypse Now, the movie with Marlon Brando and Martin Sheen. Okay, that's all I can give you, because then if I put too much of these musics in there, then the artificial intelligence bot will come and say, "Oh, you can't have it. You can't have it." Okay, so I was going to talk about Valerie Lalery. Valerie Lalery. What do we want to talk about Valerie Lalery for? I'm coughing. What does it mean, Valerie Plume? Plume sounds like a feather in your cap. Plume rhymes with flume, which is where you go, woo, down in the water park, down the flume. Valerie Plume was the ambassador who was stuck in Libya while all kinds of shenanigans were going on in Libya. And it was what they were using to hang Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Somehow it was Hillary Clinton's fault that whatever went on with Valerie Plume happened. Is that right? Maybe I got the wrong one. Was Valerie Plume, was she in Libya as an ambassador when there was a Benghazi attack that killed a bunch of Americans? Or was Valerie Plume a spy for the CIA? And was it Hillary Clinton that outed her, or was it Donald Trump that outed her, or President Obama that outed her? I think she was a CIA spy. I have to go look it up. What's the point of it all? This is how bad memories are. This is how bad memories are. You get an idea in your head. This person was related to this event. And you get roaring down that topic. And you finish the topic. And then you go, you know what? I'm pretty sure that this isn't the right person. This was someone else. And yet we use testimony of people to convict people of bank robberies and, I witnessed the murder or whatever. Eyewitness testimony. How reliable is eyewitness testimony? I don't think it's very reliable. I don't think it's very reliable because people's memories keep getting screwed up. I get it all the time myself with my memories, and later on I go, that's not right. But I see other people screw up with memory problems. So why is it that with an eyewitness testimony, you can convict somebody and either send them to prison or to the electric chair? And that's what they've done in human history. And even to today. What about video evidence? Well, video can be manufactured and tampered. There's famous pictures on the YouTube of reliable newscasters for major networks saying they're in the middle of a hurricane and they're broadcasting live, and they're all bundled up in their hurricane gear, and then someone walks by in shorts and a t-shirt in the background, la la la. There's no hurricane. So the amount of lying that goes on by the media. So how can you really convict anybody of anything in a court of law? Seems to me they're kangaroo courts. Maybe if the police officer was standing inside the store and witnessed somebody robbing the till, are you going to take the word of a police officer? How far do you want to go? How many dirty cops are there? I don't think there's that many dirty cops. So, lo and behold, but maybe it's a judgment call. Like the police officer pulled you over because you went through an amber light. And they said, well, you should have stopped. And you yourself didn't stop, and you're going to say, well, it was amber, I know, it switched, but you're supposed to stop before the intersection on an amber light if it's safe to do so. Well, what does safe mean? You know, what does safe mean? I mean, you're supposed to go and slam on the brakes and then, the person behind you is going to ram into you? Well, that wasn't really safe. What does safe mean? Like, are you supposed to really, really use the brakes heavily? Or are you supposed to say, well, it just turned amber and, what does it mean, safely? I mean, this is the way that our laws are worded. They're worded so that somebody has got to make a human judgment of whether it was safe to stop or not. Who judges? Well, the police officer judged you, and then if you take it into court to see the magistrate, then the magistrate's going to judge. You judged it yourself, or did you? This is this attribution to people of what their actions are, their behaviors are, because apparently you can modify your behaviors. And yet you're still human, and everyone knows that humans have brain farts. I don't think there's any human on the planet that never had a brain fart. In other words, where did I put my keys? I can't remember. That's a brain fart. It's just like, I should be able to remember. I'm annoyed at myself that I can't remember where I put my keys, but for God's sake, I don't know where the hell my keys are. So, I mean, how can you blame people for this? It's part of being human, the fact that sometimes we can't remember. So how far does the blame go? Well, I mean, this was the old defense of a crime of passion, a crime of passion. I was caught up in the passion of it all and I shot my wife or something. Does that get you off? Does it give you a more lenient sentence? It's like, this is not my normal pattern. I don't know what happened to me, and I was in the... the same person who was a raging lunatic one time, and then, they're sitting there quietly in the courtroom. Are they even the same person? The same physical form, apparently. I think the whole point of the justice system is, to keep dangerous people from doing it again. How well does that work? Doesn't seem to work very well at all. It seems to be a revolving door with some of these petty criminals, but some of them aren't so petty, People that are violent to other humans, violent to animals, they're dangerous. So why do they keep letting them out?